Welcome to the Covers and Pages podcast, the cozy corner where books come to life. Tune in every week as host Reese Elisa flips through stories with authors, narrators, and the amazing folks behind your favorite bookstores. So, grab your favorite drink, get comfy, and let's flip through the pages.
Hello, everyone. Welcome to Covers and Pages podcast. My name is Reese Elisa, and Covers and Pages podcast is all about celebrating authors, narrators, bookstore owners, and book influencers who continue to empower the book space. Okay, so it's October, and October means spooky season, right? And if you are a lover of thrillers, it's only right that I have to have a thriller author on the podcast. Okay. And we were talking before we got started, y'all. She is stressing me the hell out, but we're gonna get into that. Okay. We have Arthur Tanisha Stewart on the line. I'm so excited to talk to her, get to know her better, and just learn about her journey in the author space. But first, we always have to read the good old bio. Okay. Tanisha Stewart is an award winning, best selling author from Springfield, Massachusetts, with degrees in psychology and sociology and a master's in psychology. She brings deep insight into her realistic, multi layered stories. A passionate college professor, and lifelong writer. Baby, we love an educated Black queen over here, child. Okay. Tanisha also enjoys performing rap and spoken word. Hopefully, we can get her to rap before the podcast ends. And beyond writing, she helps other authors succeed through coaching, editing, formatting, ghostwriting, and courses on book optimization and Amazon ads. Ladies and gentlemen of the beautiful world, welcome to Covers and Pages podcast, Tanisha Stewart. How are
Thank
you?
you, thank you, thank you.
You are more than welcome. How was your day, love?
It was pretty good. I had to teach back to back in two different schools, so I was like running here, running there, getting everything done. So it was kind of hectic, but we here now.
Love that. Love that for you. And y'all, I just want to say, I was telling Tanisha offline that the Reese Elisa brand is growing, honey. So we are on TikTok, we are on YouTube, and we are on Instagram, honey. Listen, you have no reason not to tune in from everywhere. So, okay.
Absolutely.
So I know I read your beautiful bio. So I want you to tell everyone, who is Tanisha Stewart.
Well, I feel like the bio pretty much said it all. I'm passionate about everything I do. So I'm one of those people where I love teaching. That's why I teach. I love writing. That's why I write. I love rap, spoken word, all of that. And that's why I do those things. So I'll say the bio pretty much represents me very well.
Love that. Absolutely love that. So I want to know what inspired you to start writing books, and how long have you been writing?
I've been writing pretty much all my life, like but without even realizing that I was probably meant to be a writer. Like I have written I wrote like I think the first story I ever wrote, I was like 7 years old in like second grade. And everybody else's story, like we had to write a story ironically for Halloween. So
Mhm.
we had to write a story for Halloween. And everybody else's story was like one sentence, two sentences. My story was like 7 pages long. It's like a 7-year-old kid. So like the connection wasn't made though at that point. And then when I grew older, whatever, I had written like almost 6 books before I graduated high school, all that, but still didn't make the connection.
Mhm.
But when I was graduating high school, my mom, she actually gave me my first laptop and she said, "You're gonna be a writer." So my mom like basically put the stamp of approval and told me that I was gonna be a writer. But even then I still didn't see it. But so yeah, that's pretty much my writing journey up to this point.
Oh, I am so sorry. We're supposed to do our rapid fire questions. We're gonna come back
Uh-oh.
to getting to know you real quick. So real fast. What's your
Uh,
favorite food?
oh Lord. I love a lot of foods. I'm not really picky, but soul food would probably be the best one.
Come on, soul food. Listen, as
Mhm.
a woman from Mississippi, I love me a good soul food play. Okay. What's
Absolutely.
your favorite TV show?
Power. I watch everything Power.
They
That's
say
probably
this is
like the
the
only show I be watching.
big Okay, when was the last time you said I love you?
Oh wow. For me, I'm the person who won't necessarily say it, but I'll show it by my actions and the way that I'll do things for people. That's my love language, like doing stuff for people.
Okay, okay. I love that. I love that. And then the last question, what was the last book you read?
The last book I read was I'm actually in the middle of reading a book called what's the name of it? Let me go to my thing now. It's called Thorns and Gloves. It's by author Rudy Rowski.
Okay. Okay. Nice. Are you finished with it? Uh-oh.
Nope,
I'm
I'm
turning this
about
down.
like 50% finished with it. It's like a romantic thriller, and I'm breezing through it because it's very well written. So
Okay.
she's a good author.
Okay. Love that. Love that. Okay. Now back to your
Mhm.
journey.
Mhm.
So, do you remember the first story that or movie that made you fall in love with horror and thrillers?
I can't even say. I'll say the first one that I remember reading is the James Patterson. Like he used to have that women's murder club, and I read
Mhm.
like all his books. I used to read the Goosebumps. I've literally read like everything. Like
Mhm.
I read like pretty much every genre. But when it came to thrillers and stuff, it would be James Patterson and like the Goosebumps. Those are the first ones I really remember reading.
What has been your favorite thriller book that you just like you have to recommend if someone say like, "Okay, I want to get into thrillers." What book would you recommend? Something that that never leaves your mind.
Oh, that's a tough one. Because I just for me, I don't even necessarily have a favorite book. It really is dependent on the season that I'm in and what I'm
Mhm.
reading at the time. Because I'll tell you some of the most recent ones that I read. So author Misha Mish or Mesha Mesh, I don't know how to pronounce her name. She wrote a book called The Birthday Girl, and that one's
Yes.
still on my mind because
Okay.
I read it like last week or whatever. That's still on my mind. I just read Freedom McFadden's The Intruder. That one was pretty good. And I read so much that I can't even pick a favorite because I read them like almost every day. I'm reading a new book.
Mhm. I just finished reading The Intruder.
Mhm.
Uh, I have my thoughts. I have my thoughts. I
Mhm.
thought it was yeah, we'll discuss that offline. Okay. So just tell me where does some of your writing inspiration come from?
It comes from everywhere. So I like to draw from like multiple different sources of inspiration. So a lot of it will be like either real life experience that I've directly gone through, or it will be something that I've seen somebody else go through or heard about somebody else going through, mixed in with other stuff. So it's very rarely only one source. It's always multiple sources of inspiration.
And wait, hold on. Shout out, listen, look who is in the chat. Miss Octavia Grant, honey.
Absolutely. There you go. The R.L. Stein Goosebumps. Absolutely. The Fear Street. All of that. I used to read
Yes.
all of those books.
So what has been like one of the like the most challenging things you face being in this Arthur space?
Being in the author space, I would say the one of the biggest challenges for me, like up to this point, was like learning how to market your books and learning how to
Mhm.
find your readers. Like you always hear people say like find your readers, find your readers. I'm like, where they at though? So like when I was first started, I was like looking for the readers, trying to figure out, searching high and low where the readers at, and
Mhm.
then slowly but surely they started to come. So and I started running like ads on my books and stuff like that, and that's when I really started to be able to find my readers, so to speak. And then we just started a group with Black women who read thriller, horror, suspense, and that's where the
Yes.
readers like really started to come into droves. And
Yes.
now we have almost 10,000 members strong in that group. So,
Because listen, the girlies,
mhm.
the black women, we love us a good thriller, honey.
Oh
Okay.
yeah, oh
I
yeah.
I just started reading thrillers like maybe like the Q3 of last year.
Mhm,
I did not know I was going to enjoy it that much.
mhm.
And I just went down a rabbit hole with finding more thriller authors. And then when I discovered black thriller authors, oh baby, it was up from there. It was up and it
Absolutely.
was stuck. And my first, excuse me, black thriller book that I read was Miss Octavia Grant and that damn Dear Vicky.
Oh Lord, Andrew, the legend, the legendary Andrew.
Exactly. And I went down a rabbit hole and I had Octavia on the podcast last
Uh,
year. And she hyped y'all up so much. And I love that. I love that. I it was just it was just so beautiful. I was like, okay, Octavia, girl, I gotta get on the podcast. Gotta get on the podcast. But um, so how do you deal with just some of the reviews that you see on like Amazon and Goodreads? Because I did not know that people critique books as hard as they do. Me, I just be like, oh, if I didn't like it, okay, that's cool. I'm gonna just set it to the side. But
Mhm.
listen, some people they'll rip a book to pieces.
As we have seen in recent times, there's a whole scandal going on right now that just started happening today off of somebody's book, but or yesterday or so. But for me, if I'm seeing a negative review on one of my books, what I'll do is I'll first read it and then I'll try to evaluate it to see if there's any constructive criticism in it. It's something that actually has validity to it. And if I feel like there is something in there that's valid, then all
Hmm.
I got to do is dust it off, go back and do it better for the next book. So I'll
Yeah,
try to take whatever they said and implement it for the next book if it was constructive. Now, if it was just destructive criticism, then I just let that go where it's gonna be.
yeah, yeah. Cause like I said, I talk to my friends and
Mhm,
we'll be chatting. I'm like, God dang. I guess I just live in like a little fairy tale with unicorns and rainbows and stuff. But now I have found myself like, man, come on, like in a good way, in a good way, in a good
mhm,
way. Like I don't know about that one, sis. You probably should have like the intruder.
mhm.
Are you finished with the book?
Yeah, I finished it.
Okay. The intro I was just like, ah, Frida. I think I read a much better book by you.
See the thing about her books is I like how she starts off her books 'cause it's always funny. I love humor. For me,
Mhm.
I'm always looking to laugh at something. So a lot of her books be funny. So I just be ready to laugh the whole time through.
Yes.
But then like when it comes to the ending, I've noticed with the past couple of books of hers, the ending kind of like, all right, okay,
Right.
I
And
guess.
I told someone like she do have like this quirky way of like explaining something or explaining stuff. And then it's like the last 5 chapters, that's when like the shit hit
Mhm,
the fan.
mhm.
But anywho, so how do you approach balancing fear and like realistic, like realism in your stories?
What do you mean, like, as far as, like, where people are supposed to be? Because for me, I don't think any of my stories are actually. Well, I guess with the exception of the hitchhiker, people say that they're afraid of that one, but with the exception of
And I'm
that one, I don't
scared.
think any of them are really scary. They're more just, like, entertaining. They're definitely suspenseful, but I don't think I really give, like, scary with my books. They're more like they might be heartfelt, they might be a little traumatic depending on the subject matter, but
Mhm.
I don't think they're necessarily scary, though.
Okay. Well, see, listen, the hitchhiker, I was telling her offline that the hitchhiker had me scared as hell. I was listening to it in the shower, and listen, I was like, anybody out anybody out there? Okay. Cause
Somebody else
listen,
told me that too. They said they listened to it while they was falling asleep and they had a nightmare. I was like, "Well,
oh, but listen, it's good. So if y'all have not read The Hitchhiker, go and
mm,
read it because it's good. It's good. How important is it for you to center Black characters and culture within thrillers?
that's who I am." So I gotta put the culture in there. I gotta put the culture in there because I feel like there's a special type of sauce that we have
Mhm.
as Black people, and that sauce got to be in the book. So
Right.
that's very important to me. I might
Okay.
I might include a character of another racial category, but
Uh-huh.
it's gonna feature us.
Yeah, cause listen, the way my girl Patrice was ready to nuck and buck, okay, with the people at
Absolutely.
the hotel, like what you I don't want to spoil it, but she basically was like, "What you mean? What? Oh, with who?" I been asking all
Absolutely.
types of questions.
Patrice
I
was
was
on
like, "See,
ready.
clock it." Right, right. And I want to let you know that Samara, she is watching on, I think, Instagram. She said
Mhm.
hello, and she said
Hey,
the hitchhiker
Samira.
was wild. She said I had a nightmare. Tony is watching on TikTok, and she said
Mhm.
hello.
Hey, Tony. Hey, Samira.
Let's see. The hitchhiker, and it is. Yes, Kiera, it is. But
You
guess
mean
what?
that sweet love story had your anxiety up?
Listen, okay, I'm ready to finish. Like, listen to. I was telling her again. I gotta like where my girl Vanessa at? I know she's somewhere around the world.
She's definitely somewhere. That's all I got to say about that one.
I was telling Octavia and Kaylin a couple months ago. I love that the thriller horror space has expanded with Black authors. And
Absolutely.
it's so beautiful to just watch because y'all write some good shit.
We really do. And that's one of the reasons why our group was created, because a lot of times we will see like Caucasian authors getting the flowers and they're like, "Oh, did you read the latest Frida book?" I read the latest Frida book. Did you read John Mars and this one and that one? Oh yeah, I read all them too. But look, we got something to say too. We got something to
Mhm.
say, and what we got to say is just as good, if not better, when it comes to the sauce than a lot of these authors. So that's why we created our group, and it seems like a whole lot of people agree with us because we, like I said, we almost 10,000 members strong. So
Yeah.
it's
And
definitely a good community.
shout the group right again for anyone that's watching that want to join.
Mhm.
What's the name of the group?
Oh, the name of the group is the Black Women Who Read Thriller Horror Suspense Books on Facebook.
Yes, y'all go and tap in with that group. And just go run the numbers up. And oh, and like I always say, go buy their books. I'm gonna always tell
Absolutely.
y'all that. Go buy their books. So have you ever scared yourself while writing any one of your books? Has there ever been a scene where you was like, dang, it scared me?
Yeah, I did have a couple of scenes where I was writing about like something that was happening to somebody, and I started to feel like, oh dang, this is kind of scary here. So there was a couple of them. There was one in The Neighbor, and I won't tell you anything about that one in case you didn't read that one yet. And then another one in a was it A Praying Wife versus Praying Woman? I think it was A Praying Wife versus a Praying Woman. That's a Christian romance thriller, and
Mhm.
that one had a scene in it that was kind of like a little scary. So
Okay, I see now. I'm finna go check it out. Cause listen, Tanisha, we locked in, honey. Okay.
okay.
Listen, I just love a good thriller that's gonna keep me at the edge of my seat.
Oh yeah.
And I feel like just reading The Hitchhiker, I'm like,
Mhm.
girl, don't give me no anxiety. Don't give me a heart attack. Don't give my little 32-year-old self a heart attack, sis.
You'll be okay. You'll be okay.
If you wasn't writing books, what you think you'll be doing?
Teaching.
Okay.
Teaching, making music. Basically, everything I am doing is what I'll be doing. So
Mhm.
teaching, making music, and writing. Those are my three things that I'm gonna be doing.
Has there ever been a time where like maybe one of your students were telling you a story and you just had like a light bulb go off like, huh, I think I could put this in a book.
All the time. All the time. I literally, and I know the other writers on here, they can relate to this. You literally see stories everywhere as a writer.
Mhm.
Like somebody could be telling you a story about something, and a whole different story will pop in your mind based on the story they told you. So you literally see it everywhere.
So if any of your books in your catalog was to be able to come on film,
Mhm.
which book would you want and who would you cast as the characters?
Um, I'll say I love, it's a tie between, well, I love all of them to be in film, of course, but I would say that I would love to see the Quiet One series go into like a Netflix or Hulu special. I would love to see that. And as far as actors, it could really be any actor, but I would love to see either Shonda Rhimes or Courtney Kemp to like, help put that together and produce it.
Mhm.
Um as far as that, because I think that would be a really good series. And then The
Nice.
Babysitter would be a really good movie, I believe.
Oh, why is that?
Because I just feel like it has all the elements. Like I feel like the movie would be so dope because you don't
Uh-huh.
know what's going on when you're reading it. Like the buildup is like, what is happening? What is happening? Oh, oh, oh. And then it just kind of goes crazy from there.
And see, we manifesting it for you, okay? Move like book to film. That's what we're manifesting. So if any producers are watching, y'all hit my good sis up, okay?
We try to make it happen. We'll see.
So if you had to have dinner with any author, living or dead, who would it be and why?
If I had to have dinner with any author, let's see. Um, I'll say my fellow members of the Black Women Who Read Thriller Horror Suspense, because even though we finally like got to link up for the first time at the
Mhm.
Black Book Bash, we all were so busy we never got a chance to actually like really sit down with each other. So I would love
Mhm.
to have dinner with us five. That would be
Okay.
dope.
and come out with a crazy unhinged that's gonna like drive your readers up the wall type story.
Absolutely.
And see, that's what I don't be understanding about y'all. Why do y'all do that? And then y'all go to bed just be sleeping all peacefully, probably smiling like, yeah, I didn't got him
Absolutely.
now.
Peaceful as can be. Because now we done got it off. We had to get something off our chest, and now it's off.
So just walk me through, what does your typical writing day looks like?
For me, there is no typical writing day, unfortunately, because the way my writing is set up, it doesn't like to kick in until like very close to the time that the book is supposed to be out, and then it
Mhm.
all likes to come out rushing at one in one fluid motion. So I'll be like, all right, now story's supposed to be done now. And then my mind is like, I got you. And then like 4 days before the story is due, now the story wants to start talking to me, and then it all just comes gushing out, and I'm spending 48 hours writing, and then the story is done. So
Yeah.
that's how a typical writing day will happen when the inspiration decides that it wants to hit.
Has there ever been a moment where maybe you gave a quiz or a test or whatever to your students and you had to be like, you know what, let me pull out my laptop real quick while they, because I don't want to forget.
Oh, as far as the story, yeah, I have had that a couple of times, and usually I try to like just keep it in the back of my mind until after class, and then I'll go ahead and write it down afterward or say it into my phone and try to do it that
Mhm.
way so I won't forget. And then even when you're driving, sometimes you'll get ideas, and I'll try to like dictate the idea into my phone.
Yeah. What has been the most surprising thing you learned, like with the publishing part of your books?
The surprising thing about publishing, I wouldn't say I really had many surprising situations with publishing. Yeah,
Mhm.
I wouldn't really say I had many surprises.
Okay. Okay. And I want to let everyone know that if you go on Audible right now, you can listen to my girl's books. Okay. And shout out to J.R. Mason because
Oh yes.
she's scaring the shit out of me. Okay. I'm just leave it at that.
Oh Lord. I always tell her that she needs to say that she don't make audiobooks, she makes audio movies. Like she is a phenomenal hands down narrator. She will put the sound effects, she will put the
Yes.
emotion, she got the music, she'll put it all together.
I was just going to say, them sound effects is what's really bringing this story to life. I'm telling you, that's what made me be like, I know ain't nobody up in this house, honey.
Absolutely. And any author that may be listening that may want an audiobook done, trust her with your work because she's gonna treat your work better than you would have treated it. Like she's gonna go ham with that book and make it the best they could possibly be.
Yeah,
So she's one of my favorites.
this is my second book. No, this is my third book because I listened to Stolen Pieces,
Mhm,
1 and 2 by her, and
mhm.
she is definitely she's doing an amazing job, just really bringing that book to life. So I am definitely enjoying it. So just tell us what's next for Tanisha Stewart.
So next, as far as writing is concerned,
Mhm.
so I'm working on the Asylum series. We're doing the final installments. For those who have been reading the Asylum series, it's myself and author Tony LaRue. We're putting out books 5 and 6 this month, and then in December there's going to be another collaborative release with the women who I write with, and we're going to be wrecking another holiday for y'all.
Oh, why? Is it Christmas? Oh,
Maybe,
you can't
maybe,
say.
maybe.
Why do y'all have to do this to us?
It's fun, you know. It's all holiday cheer.
Listen, I'm excited, okay? And I'm gonna read it. But why stress us out?
It'll be a
What
joyous
joy do y'all
occasion.
get out of stressing your readers out?
It'll be a joyous occasion just to balance out the excitement of the holiday.
Oh my god. Have you started writing it?
We all have concepts for our stories, but
Uh-huh.
I don't think any of us have officially started. As far as I know, I don't think any of us have officially started writing on our stories yet.
Okay. Okay. Well, I am super excited to see what y'all got up y'all sleeve, honey, because okay, so if you had to survive a horror movie, what like maybe like I know what you did last summer, Jeepers Creepers, Freddy Cougar, you know those type of vibes. What movie would it be?
I would have to do Jeepers Creepers because that one is the
Oh
most
Lord.
unfair horror movie that I've ever seen. Like it was so unfair.
Uh
Especially that well, I think it was the second one where they thought they had got rid of him, but then he was like leaping after them with no arms and no legs. And
see,
I'm like,
and
look, bro, you're
was
supposed to be gone.
and
Like, why are
was
you still alive?
and listen, I don't want to be like what's her name? Myra from TikTok that says she can take Jeepers Creepers all five
Mm,
two of her. Listen, Big Jeep, we ain't trying to take you out, honey, okay?
right.
You ain't got to mess with us.
Mm-mm. I will not go down that highway. I will not go down that road. You will be over there by yourself, and I'll be over here somewhere.
Let me tell you a funny story. I was driving on the freeway a few
Mhm.
years ago, and Tanisha, I kid you not, I looked in my rearview mirror. I think Jeepers Creepers was following me, honey. It was the same type of truck.
Oh Lord.
The man was tall. He had the hat. Honey,
Mm-mm.
I was like, oh hell no, you ain't getting me today, baby. I was pushing 90 to get away. I don't want no smoke. Okay. I like to
Absolutely.
read thriller and horror. I don't want to be in it.
No, most definitely not. Especially if that song start playing on the radio, then you know what time it is at that point.
Exactly. Exactly. Listen, I'm not about that life. I'm about the book life. But that other
Absolutely.
life, I ain't about that life, and I ain't ashamed to say
That's a
it.
clarification right there. We about the book life. We ain't about that life in real life.
That part. That part. So okay, just a few more questions before we close out because
Mhm.
I really just want to learn more about just you being in this book space. What has surprised you the most about being in the book space?
I would say just the love and connection that we have in the community of authors that I'm part of. Like that is just so dope and so surprising to see like everybody come together and everybody has their own strengths in different areas and we all just kind of mesh so well together and
Mhm.
collaborate so well. So I would say that's surprising but a good surprise.
Yeah. And like I said, like I mentioned earlier, it's just it's so beautiful to just watch the all of y'all write, you know, the same genre, but it's
Mhm.
all different and y'all all have something different to offer your readers. And I just pray that this space just continue to grow with black women writing the thrillers and horrors and all that other good stuff. And then also we need a thriller horror book event.
Well,
Hint,
now
hint.
that you mention it,
Listen.
let's just say that there's some things in the works.
Yeah, ooh, you heard it here first on Covers and Pages podcast.
You heard it here first. There's some things in the works.
Listen, I'm excited. Please let me know so I can be in the building.
We will definitely let you know.
Cause we have all of these beautiful romance spaces and fantasies and different things like that, but we definitely need a space for us thriller lovers because we out here. And
We
it's huge.
definitely out here.
It is huge, and I absolutely love it. Do you have any Easter eggs or like real people or places in your stories?
Absolutely. So all the time I try to like slide something in there and see if people will notice it. Like for instance, with the Red series, there's an Easter egg in those. And I was supposed to
Mhm.
like be announcing this, but I never got around to it. But there is an Easter egg that secretly connects each book to the next. But I ain't gonna tell you what it is though.
Why? See, you know what? When you come to Houston, let me know.
I'll let you know.
Let me know. Let me know. Okay, and my last question is so finish this sentence, okay? My readers should never trust me when
Hmm. My readers should never trust me when they think the plot is going one way, it's always gonna go another. That's all
oh
that's what I got to say. They should never trust me when they think the plot is going a certain direction.
Kiara said, I know the Easter egg.
Oh
Kiara,
Lord, here we go.
Kiara,
Here
I'ma
we
DM
go.
you. I'ma DM you, sis, because I need to know them Easter eggs. And then on Instagram, okay, I am Lynette King. Hey girl, you from Mississippi. Hey girl. I just finished reading Oh, darn it. I'm drawing a blank. Oh, I'm drawing a blank with the old man. What?
Mr.
Mr.
Dixon.
Dixon. Mr. Dixon. Oh, that was a good one. Oh, that
Absolutely.
was a good one.
All of Lynette King's books are good. I think she just reached her 150th book anniversary, and
Uh-huh.
all her books are good. I done read at least 100 of them. They're all good.
Yes. And Mr. Dixon, I was just like, oh, okay. Let me go read another one. But she said yes because of JR. I can't even listen to regular ones. That is true. And then she
Absolutely.
also mentioned, she said, don't announce it until I finish the series. So I'm assuming she's mentioned about the book event.
Mm.
Yes, yes, yes. And then Tony said on TikTok, she said, I have not figured out the Red series Easter egg. Just give us a little, like give us just a small little hint before we get out of here, please.
I'll say it's all in the name. That's all I got to say.
That's it.
Yep, that's the only thing I got to say. If somebody
Oh,
really, really wants to know, they can inbox me or email me or something. But that's all I got to say.
Octavia said when I'm hungry.
Absolutely.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Tanisha, this was so much fun talking to you and getting to know you. Can you let everyone know where they can follow you and also where they can purchase your books?
They can follow me. I have TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, and I just recently joined Threads. So Tanisha Stewart, author, on pretty much all of those. You'll be able to find me. And then as far as where to purchase my books, of course, they're on Amazon and all the other platforms. But I'm actually running a very, very special sale right now on my Red Series book box, the second edition, as well as a spooky season book box. So if you like thrillers, now's the time to rack up on a whole bunch of them for a very good price.
Yes, y'all go lock in with her, sell her out because that's always the goal.
Mhm.
Uh, and buy directly from her. Buy directly from her, and I'm gonna leave it at that. Is there anything else you would like to add before we close out?
I just thank everybody who has supported me up to this point with all the different pen names and all the different storylines and all this good stuff. I just really appreciate all of you guys. I appreciate my sister author community and the members of the Black Women Who Read Thriller Horror Suspense Books group. And I appreciate you for having me on.
Yes, and I thank you for answering the email. It's always a pleasure and an honor when I can interview you amazing authors because y'all are really doing some amazing work, and I'm gonna continue supporting all of y'all.
We definitely appreciate
Yes,
that.
ma'am. Well, thank you, everyone. Thank you, YouTube. Thank you, TikTok, and thank you, Instagram, for tuning into Covers and Pages podcast. Y'all follow Tanisha. Y'all follow me, and we out. And I will talk to y'all later. Bye, y'all.
That's a wrap on this chapter of the Covers and Pages podcast. If you loved today's conversation, don't forget to follow, rate, and share the podcast with your fellow book lovers. You can also find us on Instagram at Covers and Pages Podcast. Follow the host at Risa Lisa Reads on social media. Until next time, keep reading, keep listening, and keep turning those pages.